Welcome back to LonelyMan BGs. In this video, we will be taking a look at The Estates, a game from Capstone Games. The Estates is a game in the line of simply complex games from Capstone. These games are highly accessible and provide a beautiful 3D table presence, low rules overhead, and deep gameplay. In The Estates, players will act as investors and building tycoons who seek to develop open plots of land in a new urban development. Millions of dollars of loans have been awarded to 6 real estate investment firms to pursue this new urban development, which calls for 2 rows of 4 buildings each. Let's perform a quick setup of the game. First, the board is laid out. It consists of the street, followed by the development area, which is separated from a recreational area by a river. Next, the 6 company certificates are placed near Main Street. These are the 36 floor cubes in 6 different colors, corresponding to the company certificates. These will be placed into one of the given linen bags for randomization purposes. Next, 24 cubes will be drawn from the bag and placed into 3 rows of 8 with their number side up. The remaining cubes in the bag will not be used for the remainder of the game. Now, the 12 rooftops will be randomized and placed face down near the game board. The 3 building permits, the cancel cube, and the mayor will be placed near the game board as well. Finally, each player receives $12 million in checks. Each check is worth $1 million. Setup is complete, so let's review how the game plays. Players are looking to develop this plot of land between the street and the recreational area. The City Council has only approved 2 rows of buildings to be built. Once 2 of any of the 3 rows have been completed, the game is over, and the unfinished row will be torn down, financially ruining those who invested in those buildings. Throughout the game, players will choose pieces to be auctioned off to other players. These pieces include floor cubes, rooftops, building permits, the mayor, and the cancel cube. The auctioneer either earns money from this piece or keeps the piece, paying the highest bid to the highest bidder. Players will mainly be bidding for floor pieces which are tied to certain company certificates. When a player places the first floor cube of any color on the board, that player also takes the matching company certificate. Players will build upwards, topping off the constructions with rooftops. At the end of the game, players will score points by looking at the topmost floor cube underneath the rooftops. Whichever player holds the company certificate matching the color of the topmost floor will gain points related to that building. Points include not only the rooftop value, but the values of the floor cubes below it. Let's look at this building for example. This building is made up of 2 floor cubes and a rooftop. All of the values of the cubes would be summed for floor cubes and rooftops, so the player who owns the purple certificate would gain 9 points. Players who own buildings and finished rows earn points at the end of the game. Just the same, those players who lay claim to the buildings and unfinished rows would lose points. In addition, the mayor has a part to play when it comes to scoring as well. When the mayor is auctioned off, the player who buys the tokens will place it in any of the 3 spaces on the street. This represents where the mayor will begin planning a mansion. At the end of the game, the row with the mayor will have double value, for better or for worse. Players will also place building permits. These allow for shortened or lengthened rows from the traditional length of 4 buildings. There is also a cancel piece which can be used to discard previously placed building permits. Now this game looks cute and all, but don't be fooled. It may have these cute little blocks of wood, this cute little mayor hat, and this beautiful green recreation area, but in the end, you may end up with negative points if you're not careful. And that's it for The Estates by Capstone Games. Be sure to leave a comment below and subscribe to my channel for future content.